And so I'm like thinking, well, what happens when like a chick that's perfect for him shows up? He's gone.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to show up. She's going to go see your shows, and you're into Prager, and I want the Catalina dressing or something. You got to work your magic. You go, hey, come visit me in the hospital. Give me a sponge bath.
It's funny, once I came out of the hospital, I didn't want to engage with anyone short of people I knew really well and felt very comfortable with. I just wanted.
Well, that's understandable.
I just wanted to get home and lie down. I just didn't want to engage. So I guess I kind of retreat within. How you been for the past week?
Me?
Yeah.
The same as always. You read my note. You published it.
Yeah.
And Rabs is once again asking for help. I'm asking for contributions, asking for donations. This week is Hanukkah. The holiday shopping season is here. Keep Rabbi Rabs in mind. Okay, if you got money to buy like a new, what is it, Xbox and a new HD TV and a Wii and a this and a that. If you got all this money for all these gizmos and all these toys, then you got money to send me a nice check so that I can have the basic essentials.
What did you do for Thanksgiving? How did you celebrate?
I didn't because nobody delivered me a turkey. It's like Charlie Brown. It's like, you ever watch Peanuts? It's like I got a rock. It's like I got a delivery Thursday night, which I thought was really nice. Instead of a turkey, they thought it'd be more appropriate to give me women's beauty supplies.
Nice.
I had that delivered to me Thursday night. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with that, right? So there was no turkey. I had no friends over. It was just like any other Thursday. It's like it didn't happen. And I'm a kind of a Jew that I would like to be involved in Thanksgiving. But that's going to have to wait. Until I get married, which is never going to happen, and then my wife and I will have tons of money because she'll be rich.
Should we move in together and then capture the hijinks?
What do you mean by move in together?
Move in together and then set up live cams all around the house and
No. No. That's not happening.
I had my heart broken by the Cowboys game, but it was a great game on Thanksgiving.
You were talking about that on the car on the way home. Do you remember that? You were mumbling about it on the way home, and I knew you were out of it because you said, I don't they were coming back. They had 35 seconds. Why on 4th down and 10 would you go for that really long field goal?
59-yard field goal.
Right, but in the car you said it was 69. Right, the record in the NFL is 63, and this guy's going like, oh, he can make a 69-yarder anytime he wants. I'm thinking, okay, time for bed for Luke. All right. I want to talk about... Can we move on?
Yeah.
I want to answer some of the questions from last week's chat room. Last week we spoke about the whole thing of Tamar and Yehuda, which was the levirate marriage. We had a whole discussion about it. You remember that?
Yeah.
You do remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things we talked about was damages. Like we said that if you acquire a woman, when you marry a woman, you acquire her, and it's the kind of a acquisition that's like buying karka, buying land, where you have the right to the land, but you don't have the right necessarily to destroy the land, right? Like if somebody buys the house next door, they can't they don't have the right to just tear the house down and let it turn into an empty lot.
Yeah.
That might be one of the provisions because it's going to hurt the neighborhood, right? Yeah. So when you acquire a woman, you're not allowed to hurt her. And we said that hurting her doesn't necessarily have to be physical, but damages, you don't have to just hit her in the face to hurt her. You could hurt her by doing what's called coitus interruptus, which is pulling out. And we said that it's because you're denying her ejaculating inside of her. And
it helps a lot of women with depression. I read that in the New York Post, regular helpings of semen help them reduce the chances of depression. Yeah.
Real, and if it's in the Post, it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Okay, so a woman watched our videos. And
really?
She emailed me, and I'm going to read you her quote.
Okay, great.
Ready?
Yeah.
She said, "You're correct that it's emotionally damaging when your man does not ejaculate inside you." By the way, this is only for people 18 or over. If you're under 18, please leave
Yeah, and married.
The pulling out makes me feel like a whore. What do you think of that?
Interesting, particularly if he comes on her face.
Well, that's why you have to put in those targets.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's true. It's more weird that it's somehow in Torah.
Yeah.
Because Torah knows, because God wrote the Torah and God runs all of this. So I just thought I would share that starting off. Now, is Brandon...
Kunram says before you pull it out, you have to get it up and get it in. How are you going to do that with a 50-year-old Jewess?
Okay, we're not even touch that. Is Brandon in the room? I don't know. But last week...
Is he Gregor?
Yes.
Yes.
He's in the room. Hi, Brandon. I'm going to answer your question from last week. Who else is in the room, by the way?
Gregory Koskin.
Hey, Gregory.
Qumran, James the Noahide.
Hey, James.
I don't know who Abigail is. And
I don't know who that
there's
is.
Dr. Emma Buse.
Okay, I'm going to get to him in a second.
Okay. Pulling out makes it feel bad. Wait till Rab sticks it with the dinner bill.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but you know what the flip side of that is? You know what the flip side of that is? I've paid I've taken women on dates who are bulimorexia.
Uh-huh.
And they binge eat and then they purge.
Yeah.
So they run up the bill on you and then they blow it all out.
That's crazy.
It makes me want to shoot them. All right. By the way, if my nephew shows up in the chat room, somebody yell out
Okay.
so that I know about it. All right. So
I apologize for saying everyone who works for the TSA is as dumb as rocks. That doesn't include the computer programming department.
right. Yeah. That's funny. He laughed. He wasn't mad at you. All right. So Brandon, how you doing? You said, well, I want to know why Rabs would be watching porn. Because there's no football on that night? Why else do guys watch porn?
Football only comes on once or twice a week. Folks.
Right. Like, what do you watch during the week? Do you watch, like, American Idol and Dancing with the Stars? I'm watching, like, Debbie Does...
Yes.
So what's going on here?
No.
So why do I watch porn? Because here's why. I know you're under 18. How am I going to put this?
Don't worry, just say what you want.
Okay. I have a mitzvah every time I watch porn.
Yeah.
Because we talked about last week that the problem of masturbation, right?
Yeah.
The whole problem of masturbation is that it leads to coitus interruptus. That's basically the problem.
Yeah.
But it's like a stretch, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like cold milk and cold chicken 6 hours apart are going to lead you to cooking together milk and beef in the same pot. I mean, it's really a stretch.
Yeah.
But since I'm not married and there's no woman, and there hasn't been woman for years, there's less of a concern that I'm going to do coitus interruptus with my wife when there is no wife. So therefore, it was very easy for this Rav to say, not only can you masturbate, but you should to keep yourself from going out of your mind because you're probably never going to be married. This was just in essence what he was telling me. So when the Rav says to me to go masturbate, basically, when the Rav says to go fuck yourself, you don't argue with him, right? So I have a mitzvah because it's not just that I can, is he told me to do it. So every time I watch porn, it helps me do that mitzvah because it's very difficult for me to get off unless have something to look at. What about you?
Well, I think that the porn is immoral, degrading, and the lighting is terrible.
What?
I think porn is immoral, degrading, and the lighting is terrible.
But you made a living off of it.
I was just writing about it. I wasn't consuming the product. Nobody's done more than me to try to fight against pornography in America. So we have a question in the chat room.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
I'm 22 and I watch porn to keep myself from going completely insane.
Oh,
but I don't know if I should switch from watching normal porn to watching froom porn.
What's it called?
Froom porn?
Is there such thing?
That's what he wants to know.
If there would be, I want to check it out. I think that'd be funny. What are you doing?
I'm just saying hi to Abigail.
Oh, okay. All right, so I covered that, right?
Yeah.
I can't go on to the next one?
Yeah.
Is Lovely Leslie in the room?
No.
Okay, last week, can I answer her question?
Yes.
You know what? I'll save it to the end.
No.
She may come back in. I'll go to Dr. Mabuse, whatever his name is.
Okay.
Dr. M. Abuse?
Yeah.
Okay, hi there. That's actually Chaim Amalek, right?